Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Toku Turn Back. Yes, finally back after a while. Sorry, I've been moving house and everything's all sort of settled now, so on with the show. Today we will be taking a look at episodes 41 through 45. Yeah, I think I got that right. Of Gosei Sentai Dairanger. And I think we're finally getting, we're 5 episodes away from the finale now. So obviously we're getting toward the end, and we kick off with a great start. We bring back Kujaku's story, and it was pretty heartbreaking. I was hoping that, Kujaku and Daigo would finally, get together or something, but obviously, if you're watching this, you probably don't care about spoilers, but she died and transcended. It was a weird situation. And this episode again falls in the trap of Dairanger's weird pacing. I don't know why. I get it. I know that thanks to like Himitsu Sentai blog on Tumblr. I hope I'm getting that right. The link will be in the description down below to his blog, or the blog post. But I really wanted to know why this awkward pacing was happening, because it was really sort of stifling a lot of the progress that each individual story makes, at least toward its final episode of these arcs. And I just thought this would be a bit stronger as a string, as a full story. But you know what? I'm honestly happy that I'm not happy that they didn't end up together, but I'm happy that we saw a good conclusion to it. It was very emotional. It was very heartfelt. Seeing Daigo struggle between saving Kujaku or even, maybe offing some of the population. I mean, there was no hesitation in him. He 100% would have sacrificed anyone else in order to get Kujaku back. It's not heroic in the sense that, he's killing off tons more people in order to revive Kujaku, but for Kujaku's story, in service of Kujaku, she effectively stopped him. She gave what little of that power that she could grab and gave it to Gaara, which is the relationship between the two that I'm glad I got to see develop, even though by virtue of this show, it can't lead to any lasting changes to the villains, at least up until now, up until the end. But it was a very touching story, and we get to see a flawed character in Daigo. Like I said, he wasn't gonna give up Kujaku or he was gonna give up the lives of others to save Kujaku. And to see that struggle and to see him just unflinchingly try to save her, there's this sense of realism to it. Like a hero, a typical hero would just go in and begrudgingly not save her or something, or just weirdly find some way to save her and everyone else and have it be all honky-dory. And honestly, wouldn't have minded if that happened here, because I kind of want to see them together, and I kind of want her to be one of the main characters and help him out. But obviously this story just came to a close, so I don't know, for the writers to have the balls to really allow a character to make the wrong decision, but then ultimately, live with not being able to do so. You know what I mean? I don't know. I loved it. It made for good drama, man. It was so good. All right. So this next episode 42, we are back to Ko's story and the end of the world story and the like penultimate episode. I don't know. Like, we got a lot of different plots going on at the moment. We find Ko's mom. I think this was this episode. Yeah, we find Ko's mom somehow. I think just some kids come across her. It's weird. I get it. But you know it. And this episode, the teaser at the beginning, not teaser, the recap at the beginning really served to kind of screw up all of the pacing. Still, like, it still screws up the pacing because, like, we just came off of Kujaku and it's like it didn't even have whatever. And Master Kaku doing Master Kaku things. He like I mean, again, obviously, if you're watching this, he turns quote unquote evil, and quite honestly, I mean, I could review the rest of, like, this full lot altogether. 42, 43, and 44, I definitely did like the story of them bringing Ko back. I like the story a lot of Ko and Akumaru being brothers, and having the villain be so intimately connected to a hero. I mean, there's a lot of family stuff going on, right? You have Red's dad being part of the Gorma. I mean, that was toward the beginning. We have, you know, Ko's heritage, Gorma, like, all throughout the show. Lin has her family all throughout the show, which leads me to question the heritage of her father, or at least, like, her lineage, because, like I said, since Master Kaku turned evil, we know that her grandpa is is someone who helps out the Dairangers. And again, it would be cool to see him come back and like, evaluate what's been going on with Master Kaku, and kind of tell us, like, what's up and why it's all going down this way. I mean, obviously we know why, but I kind of want to know, like, again, Lin's lineage. I know that Master Kaku is her uncle, but in what way? Like, is she related to a Gorma? Is she half Gorma, perhaps? Or at least part Gorma? This raises a lot of questions. I mean, is she royalty? Or, you know, otherwise, like, maybe just married into the family. But who knows? Who knows? And I'm excited to see it. And like I said, the stuff between Akumaru and Ko, there was a really emotional scene in 44 with Ko and Akumaru with their mom shopping for Christmas presents, but then you know, it's revealed at the end of the episode it's not them. It's Lin imagining and hoping it was them, and it was so heartbreaking. At first I didn't like Ko, but Akumaru, oh man, far and away the best villain of this show. Second only to or no, and who is second is the Gorma leader. But I like this episode a lot, or these past few episodes. And this also saw Kaku go back to the Gorma side. I mean, like, you know, we've seen him deal with the Gorma before, but we kind of understand why he was able to go there and what kind of deals he was making behind the scenes in order to get that to happen, because they had to stop frick, the big dragon. I'm sorry, I've been out of this for a while, but and there's just, oops, excuse me, those are my eBay notifications. There's just a lot going on at once, and a lot really sort of pushed his hand, and it could get confusing. It really could. But I feel like because so many things started happening in succession, that's what led Kaku to sort of have to go to this desperate measure, and move to that side, go back to the Gorma. And in episode 45, we really get to see a lot of the other side. We don't just have these super evil people. We have this really loyal dude who's kind of cool. What was his name? Yes, Shiryu Chui, I think. Yeah. And we this end plot, this really feels like a culmination of everything that came before. Now it feels like everything is sort of succinct. And it's better for it. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing a full arc, all in one go. I don't know. It's just the weird pacing earlier kind of got me stoked for this. There's something I forgot to touch on in 43 and 44. That was Ko's mom. I know she died again, or not again, but she died. I swear that half her dialogue is saying Ko. No, yelling Ko in the same tone, the same inflection, and the same pitch. So it got very grating anytime she was on the scene, or in a scene. She herself brought with her a lot of weird plot points, like, if the Gorma have twins, you gotta kill the oldest one. You what now? These seem like perfectly sane people, especially, what we got in episode 45. These seem like perfectly sane people, just, I guess, we only see a very exaggerated extremist group. Why? Why is it entirely necessary to kill the firstborn? I don't understand. I guess it doesn't truly matter, but because it made for good drama. But come on, guys, what is that about? And getting back to 45, we see the team sort of ragtagging on their own. They've never been without Master Kaku, and the fact that he's really been when things escalate too high, he sort of is there to save their skins, entirely. Deus Ex Machina save the situation. But now that they're without that crutch, it really puts a lot of weight into these final episodes. Even so far as to say, since he's on the other side, it's even tougher. Their greatest strength is now on the other side. And the crony that Master Kaku has now just wipes the floor with them. So they're in a pretty tough spot. And it's everything obviously is looking up from here. I'm ready. I'm ready to dive into these next few episodes. And I think that just about wraps up my coverage. Again, sorry for releasing this late. Been moving, but yeah, this has been great. Again, I'm going to link to the blog post that Himitsu Sentai made on Tumblr, so you can check that out in the description down below. It was a really great post. He got back to me pretty quickly, so y'all should really go follow that dude. He's got a lot of information. I follow his blog, and I get a lot of just just a lot of knowledge about Sentai from him. So it's pretty good. Anyways, guys, that just about does it. Oh, and, you got your standard stuff in the links down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. You know what to do. Also, Discord chat down there. Anyways, guys, I think that just about wraps it up. Thanks for listening. See ya.